What does it mean to be truly happy? It's a question that has tickled the minds of philosophers, poets, and everyday people alike for centuries on end. It seems inherent in our very nature as human beings to yearn for that elusive state of bliss we call happiness. Our quest for happiness is as diverse as we are. For some, it's the pursuit of material wealth, the dream of a grand mansion, the latest car, or designer clothes. The belief that money can buy happiness is deeply ingrained in our society. Yet even in the corridors of opulence, happiness often proves to be a will-o'-the-wisp, slipping away just as we think we have it within our grasp. For others, happiness is sought in the realm of personal relationships. The love of a partner, the joy of parenthood, the camaraderie of friends. These relationships are certainly a source of joy, but they too are not immune to the trials and tribulations of life. They can be complicated, fraught with misunderstandings, and at times disappointments. So, while relationships enrich our lives in countless ways, they don't necessarily equate to a perpetual state of happiness. Then there are those who associate happiness with professional success, the thrill of a promotion, the satisfaction of a job well done, the respect of peers. But, as many who have climbed the corporate ladder will attest, professional success can come with its own set of challenges. Long hours, high stress levels, and the constant pressure to perform can often overshadow the joys of professional achievement. Despite our best efforts, many of us find ourselves on a seemingly endless treadmill, chasing after happiness, only to find it constantly out of reach. We achieve one goal, only to set another, always believing that the next one will be the key to our happiness. But invariably, we find that the euphoria of achievement is fleeting, and soon we are back to yearning for something more, something else. So if these things don't guarantee happiness, what does? It's time to delve deeper into the heart of happiness, to uncover its true essence. It's time to understand that happiness isn't a destination but a journey. And the joy lies not in the reaching, but in the quest itself. Let's delve into understanding the difference between true happiness and temporary joy. These two emotions, while seemingly similar, are as distinct as night and day. Imagine true happiness as a serene lake, deep and still. It's a lasting sense of contentment and peace that remains constant, independent of the waves and ripples on the surface. This emotion is not tied to material possessions, achievements, or external circumstances. It's a feeling of fulfillment that comes from within, a sense of peace that stems from understanding oneself, accepting one's flaws, and appreciating the simple joys of life. It's about being in harmony with oneself and the world around us. It's the smile that lingers long after the laughter has ceased. On the other hand, temporary joy is like a sparkler on a festive night. It's bright, it's exciting, and it brings an instant rush of happiness. But it's often tied to specific events, achievements, or possessions. Winning a game, purchasing a new car, receiving a compliment, all these can bring a rush of joy. But this kind of happiness is transient. It fades away as swiftly as the sparkler burns out, leaving behind a yearning for the next spark, the next high. This is not to say that temporary joy is bad. It's just that it's temporary, it's fleeting. Here's an example to illustrate the difference. Consider two individuals, one who wins the lottery and another who spends a peaceful evening reading a book. The lottery winner experiences a moment of intense joy, but this joy is tied to the event of winning the lottery. Once the excitement fades, the winner could very well find themselves as unhappy as before. On the other hand, the individual reading a book might not experience the same intensity of joy, but they find a deep sense of contentment and peace in the simplicity of the moment. This is true happiness. So the key takeaway here is that true happiness is not about a fleeting moment of pleasure, it's about a sustained state of contentment. It's about finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. So, what are the ingredients of true happiness? Let's peel back the layers to understand the core components that contribute to true happiness. At the heart of it all, we find self-acceptance. This is the foundation, the bedrock upon which true happiness is built. It's about acknowledging and embracing who you are, quirks and all. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, accepting your strengths and your flaws. Remember, the journey to happiness begins with the acceptance of oneself. Next, we find the essence of meaningful relationships. These are the connections that nourish our souls, that make us feel seen, heard, and understood. They're the people who inspire us to be better versions of ourselves. It's not about the number of friends you have on social media, but the quality of the bonds you share. True happiness thrives in the company of genuine relationships. Then we come to personal growth. This is about continually striving to learn, to improve, to evolve. It's about embracing the journey of life as a learning process where each day presents an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. It's about setting personal goals and taking steps, however small, towards achieving them. Happiness is not a destination, but a journey, and personal growth is the fuel that keeps this journey going. Finally, we arrive at purpose. This is the compass that guides us, the driving force that gives meaning to our lives. It's about understanding why we do, what we stand for, what makes us feel fulfilled. Your purpose is your own. It's unique to you, and it's not tied to societal norms or expectations. When you align your actions with your purpose, you experience a deep sense of fulfillment and happiness. So there you have it, the ingredients of true happiness: self-acceptance, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and purpose. These elements are internal and largely within our control, unlike external factors like wealth or success. They are the essence of what it means to be truly happy. True happiness comes from within, and it's within your reach. How can we cultivate this elusive state of true happiness? You may ask. Well, the good news is it's not as elusive as it seems. It takes practice, patience, and a little bit of courage. Firstly, practice gratitude. It's a potent happiness booster. It's about recognizing and appreciating the good in your life, even when things aren't going so well. Take a moment at the start or end of your day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning, or the smile of a loved one. Over time, you'll find that this simple act brings a sense of contentment and positivity into your life. Next, reduce comparison. It's human nature to compare ourselves to others, but it's a habit that can rob us of our joy. Instead of looking at what others have or achieve, focus on your own journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remember that everyone's path is unique. Fostering meaningful relationships is another key to cultivating true happiness. We are social creatures after all. Spend quality time with those who lift you up, who understand you, and who make you feel seen. These relationships provide a sense of belonging and love, which are fundamental to our happiness. Lastly, pursue personal growth. This doesn't mean you have to strive for perfection or constant success. Rather, it's about learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. It could be picking up a new skill, reading a book, or even overcoming a fear. Personal growth brings a sense of accomplishment and self-confidence, paving the way for true happiness. But remember, these aren't one-time tasks to check off a list. They're habits to cultivate, steps to take every day. They may seem small, but their impact is profound. Remember, the journey to true happiness is a marathon, not a sprint. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your happiness grow.